Hello and welcome back to Arknights, Chapter 16, Abnormal Spectrum. Last time we learned, and last time we came to Ursus to find our missing team, only to find out they've been caught up with a group of refugees, and something seems to be driving everyone and aggressive. Not to mention those reports of weird, mutated, it, infected. Not only that, but apparently the Originium mine dried up, and the Originium is now a liquid of some sort. It's still Originium, and it even messed me up really badly because of a boss, so my. But I'm not sure. But we still have a lot of questions we need to work out. So for now, we shall continue our story. I've been using the Ave Mujica girls here quite a bit, so I'm gonna just go ahead and continue doing that. A cold night, long night. The bare earth is covered in frost. Upon it are haphazard footsteps, stretching the distance where the sun fades beneath the horizon. Scattered black dots are moving slow at the place where the earth meets the night sky. Lake Neva is frozen. This year's bloody cold. Oh, I forgot what voices I had for them. Cold. It's not even winter yet. What are you laughing about? I remember that in the winter of 31, Igor Veliki defeated an army defending Griffinburg on Lake Neva, spelling the end of the Hippogriff Kingdom. And what about it? You want to lead us to a deadly assault on deity Griffinburg? No, or at least not yet, anyway. It's another story I'm thinking of. Around year 150, a famous playwright wrote a play about Igor Veliki before he entered Griffinburg. His intention was to celebrate the friendship between Igor and the Hippogriff noble, Mikhail, who were comrades in the revolution overthrowing the kingdom. But it was lambasted through Ursus because it mentioned a compromise between Igor and certain Hippogriff nobles, whereby Igor gave up some power in exchange for support. The Ursus refused to accept it. They consider it slander against Igor. The playwright paid the price for the story that he claimed to be true to history. It was only many years after his death, when the original agreement was discovered, people learned he had been telling the truth. A fine story. Are you trying to tell me the legend I worship is a figment of human imagination? I'm trying to tell you even Igor knew the importance of flexibility. We should stop here, Rankin. Grifferberg is in the way and its defenses are on a whole other level from this far north. What if they find us? It won't be patrol units waiting for us, but the armies of Ursus. Winter will find us in the wilderness if we continue to take detours and fail to reach the border in time. I'd much rather deal with a patrol or two than Ursine's winter. We really have to go to the Casimiran border, find your legendary reunion. You know how far it is. Never mind the enemies we might encounter. Look at our people, our food, our clothes. Do we even have enough to make it? Let's say we actually make it to the border. What if it's not an infected village awaits us there, but another mine? What do we do then? What other way is there? Where can we go? There must be a way. I know, we'll go east. Nikolisk. It's an old city, almost abandoned now. There's even fewer people in the surrounding villages. We can go there, split and hide in the villages. That's the only way to survive. And live like slaves the rest of our lives. I gave you a choice. I gave everyone a choice. I thought everyone chose to come with me and live like men. We shouldn't wager everyone's lives on a castle in the sky. I took a good look, Rankin. There's an outpost ahead, is manned. The searchlights are on. It hasn't been abandoned. If we can't get through this way, do we have to... You hear that, Rankin? Searchlights. How many do you see? Oh, I don't remember. Two, maybe three? Think. How many exactly? Two. Yes, I remember now. There are only lights on east and west. Two sides. Two lights. So a garrison of 100 or so, maybe. Rankin! Look behind you, Rankin. This is all the people we have. This is not a revolutionary army. They want to live. Are you going to send them to the mines from which there's no return, like the owners did? Rankin looks at the crowd behind him and sees their expressions under lamplight. Pain, fatigue, helplessness, fear. Perhaps Nikto's right. Their clothes are too thin and they can't take it. But he feels no cold for some reason. No. I won't throw away any lives. Even if sacrifice may be inevitable, I won't allow anyone to die without meaning. We can't go back to life of slavery. Follow me. There's another way. There's such a long mine tunnel underground. What's going on, Rankin? How did you know there was a mine tunnel here? Someone had the idea a few years back. There's more than 1,000 mines in the far north, each with hundreds of workers, yet all are disconnected from each other. What if we change that? We could connect the tunnels. No one knows the underground better than we do. We could weave a web beneath the frozen soil and link everyone, sharing information, helping each other in the hour of need. Have you been preparing all these years? I'm no prophet. I simply began. Oh, preparing? Were you planning for this day? I'm no prophet. I simply began with a very basic idea: unite and help each other. At the beginning, my influence extended to only a dozen mines. I was powerless beyond that. Later, I heard other people doing the same. It's a pleasant surprise to see this tunnel looks relatively safe. Where does it lead? The Volgrid mining district, south of Grifferberg and the southernmost part of Ursus. If we can reach the tunnels, we can circumvent the capital's defenses. You better pray there's no army on our tail, or it'll be an easy opportunity to wipe us all at once. No such thing as a path without risk. Wait, I smell alcohol. Impossible, how could there be? Get down! Oh my. Flash of cold. What the? Get down, don't fire. Flat, they found us. Call for help. Wait, stop, we're friends. Rankin shouts at the top of his lungs, echoing. You're not the patrol units? That's what we were about to ask. I suppose the answer is no. Thank goodness I thought they found our position. Where'd you come from? Central Mining District. Central? I didn't know there were any survivors out there. We heard the guards started a massacre. We thought there wasn't anybody left alive. I can see why there would be such rumors. But they're not true. We're still alive. We defeated the patrol units and escaped. We haven't given up our struggle. That's the best news I've heard in a while. One moment. We're trying to get to the Volgrad Mining District in the south through these tunnels. Can we? South? It's no good. The tunnel leading south collapsed. That's why we've been stuck here. Oh, I see. Again, Rankin, again. Why is every path a dead end? Wait, the Rankin? Yes, my name's Rankin. I don't know anything about the Rankin. It's really you. It's real. You're alive. See, my name's been taking flight on its own. We can talk about that later. Let me take you to the living area. You folks look like you're in bad shape. We have some food and water. Not a lot, but we can spare some. Living area. Are there a lot of you living here? Yeah, a lot. They follow the lone light of the lamp and walk into the tunnel. Gradually, they begin to see light at the end and hear the Saint Founder talking. They go around the corner to see a large number of people, hundreds, living in a tiny living space. Others that escaped. Some are wearing miners' outfits, others simple clothes. There are elderly, there are children, simple living tools around them. This is where they live. What's going on? Didn't you guys go on patrol? Why'd you bring so many people back? Who are they? Friends, let me introduce you to this man, Rankin. He's Rankin. I've heard the name before. You were the one who had the idea of linking the mining districts. You're not as tall as the stories say, but I guess you're tall enough. If I fight the Casimirans, did the Fire Watch really exist? They rush forward to see the figure of legend. There's reverence, joy, there's a bit of disappointment seeing the real man, but they all culminate in an excited call, all for the name. Rankin. Alright, that's enough. Our friends have run into some trouble and need rest. Get some bread from the storage room, Zoya, the big loaves. Why are you living here? It's a long story. The Neva Dam burst 3 years ago, flooding the nearby mines. The overseer refused to let us come out from underground, fearing we might flee to the nearby city. The mine eventually collapsed, splitting in half. Half of us were drowned. We were the lucky half. We thought all we could do is wait for death until we found a passage that led below to another mine. We got some food, but we don't dare go above ground, so we stayed underground. And you've been living here? How? We helped deliver cargo for other mines, so some kind-hearted people shared food. Sometimes we stole from patrol units, just like beasts, huh? We continue to expand the passages, the Ural east and Kraz in the west, linking up a bunch of mines and districts. We've taken the refugees who fled to other mines. We got maybe 1,000 people who are somewhat fit to move. There are children here. Yeah, she's 2. She's never seen the sun. Yeah. No matter what, we're still alive. All thanks to you, Rankin. We'd been long dead if you didn't come up with your idea. No, I did nothing. Don't thank me. You found this path of life on your own. But it shouldn't have been like this. This shouldn't have been your life. What else could we do? Of course we don't want to live in this hole forever, but where else can we go? Come with me. Where to? South, to the Casimirs border. Find a village that belongs to the infected land where we can live on. Go together. Calm down, Rankin. Did you forget about the Lake Neva outpost? Do you think you could sneak past them with so many people? Then we'll take it by force. You're out of your mind. I know what I'm talking about, Nikto. I'm confident. The outpost will have almost 100 men, no heavy weapons. 300. Give me 300 pair of hands that can hold a crossbow and a hoe, and we'll take the outpost before they have a chance to send a distress signal. By the time the regular supply delivery arrives weeks later, we're long gone, onto the vast Barlen Plains. We'll only be a step away from the goal. Nothing can stop us. You've gone mad. I don't understand. Why do you force yourself to take the riskiest option? Why do you... He ignores the ejections and extends a hand to the crowd. I see your vision, Rankin. I'm willing to go with you, take the outpost, but I can't make the others follow you. They'll have to decide their own fates. The miners shakes Rankin's hand and goes behind him. All willing to go with Rankin to take the outpost, move forward. Feet shuffle in the crowd. Several youths take their place. Others remain hesitant or find their own family hanging their shirts. Whatever these others say, I'm with you, Rankin. I don't know what place for the infected in the Casimir and border is like, but it can't be worse than here. I trust you because you're Rankin. You're a hero that unites us no matter what end awaits. He halts those words by raising a hand. He looks down, takes a deep breath, and looks up the crowd, eyes resolute. Have you ever seen spring in Ursus? I have, when I was a soldier in the border guard. When the snow melts, green grass grows in the soil again, and the migratory birds come back. Sometimes the sun is out all day, so bright it almost drives you mad, and you can only sleep by holding your blanket over your head. The sun, grass, foul beasts, the wind, none of those exist in the mines. But it's not because we don't deserve it. It's not too much to ask. There are things you and I, your children, all of us deserve as human beings. Rankin's words echo through the mind with the hearts of all who are listening. It will be dangerous. I won't lie to you, nor will I force you to join us. The sacrifices are part of any struggle. There'll always be those who fall by the wayside or leave of their own accord. Whether they fell or left, whether they're brave or timid, remember those who are around you. Remember that you once stood together and shared the same pain. We are always comrades. Some may fall and some may live. To those who live will pave the path tomorrow for the rest. We shall rise a torch upon the outpost and remember the fallen, that survivors may remember and the oppressor will see. Before we leave, I want to tell you how I feel. I hope you'll join me and contribute your strength. Only by taking this step can we go back to the surface, bathe in light, and become human again. Rankin's chest rises and falls. He can feel the hot blood flow through his veins and his strength return to him. He raises his arms as he speaks. More and more people come over as they do when he first made the rallying cry. Back in the central district. Brothers, sisters, remember the inhuman lives we once led. We were herded into the mines like beck beasts, living our lives to dig for originium to warm the bed of others. It's not the law, it's murder. Or, yes, murder. They tried to shut our mouths, keep us captive until we die, stop us thinking to make us numb until we were no different from animals. But we did not forget the struggle. Deep underground, we connected the mines and broke out of our prison of death. But it's not enough. We can't keep running. We must face our foe head on. Some might ask what we do, Rankin. It's difficult, but it's also easy. First thing to do is take the first step. Tonight's battle will be the first. More people learn who we are, and all those who are oppressed, like we are, will know they're not alone. Do not fear. There's no need to fear. Those who are high above are not strong. We are strong. We have nothing to lose except our lives. If they won't give us our light, we'll fight for it with our lives. Ask me, what will we do? What will become of us? History has shown time again it doesn't forgive oppressors. If punishment's not yet come, it's only because it still needs time, and that anger will set everything on fire. Igor ripped off the wings of those high and mighty hippogriffs. If his descendants are doing the same thing as the hippogriffs did, we'll drag them down from their thrones. Our weapons will once again force deity Grifferberg's golden gates open. Our pickaxes will dig a hole in this land, tear its ugly, greedy face to pieces. All of Ursus will see us, fear us, and recognize us. Then we'll have a bright future. The lone path. Oopsie. I need to have his S2 equipped for that. Oh, wonderful. Strategic simulation. Let's see. Phantom Army Phantoms, Shield Guard. I don't really use that one, so that's good. This should be sufficient.
Already simmer. You want to be actor fault. How quick?
Going arcade.
時間は待って。私たちの安価を地に宿す。だね。
What can I get? Oink oink.
ありません。失敗。はい。さきちゃんもみんなも私が守るから。はい。次はあなたをどこまでも追い詰める。Get what you deserve.
Handles.
Yeah, I guess they expected me to have a bit more of a fight on the right side, and that's definitely a strategy to use. Oopsie, I forgot to change that again. Okay, that could have been dangerous. Oopsie. Maybe the Phantom HP. It's a little dangerous, but I think this will work. Yeah, I need to set to skill 2 for those beasts here. Lumen, I definitely need to, maybe I should actually, since they deal physical damage, right? Alright, so yeah, that'll be fine, and I should probably... Yeah, let's go with Shining. Her skill 3 should be more than enough to make sure he survives. Do 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 do.
迷っている。位置につきました。ましたか。失礼します。
So, I must kill the A.
あなたをどこ追い詰める。じゃあみんなも私が守るから。任せてください。
What can I get? Your private room, please.
Flourish. So long as you have some. Spring breeze.
Do it this way, I guess. Oh, I couldn't kill them fast enough. Whoops. Yeah, I could have done that. I just need to make sure to actually, proc the skill. Maybe let's see here. I'll swap her to skill 1 for this. And I should face Mutsumi downward, I think, this time. That will make it easier, or maybe upward. Make it easier for her to, take on those ghosts, because the ones that cannot be blocked are definitely the big threat here. In fact, that's so much of a big threat. I'm guessing that's why the shield guard's having it, because they have a taunt ability. They can force.
Your private
迷っている。位置につきました。じゃああなたをどこまでも。
So, oink oink.
あなたたちの終幕に。はい。ドクター。黄昏の楽園。
Oh, come on, really? Yeah, I should have just activated the Bard's ability. That would have been fine. Granted, maybe I should have go with the shield bearers being stronger, because those guys have a taunt, which is a pain, but I do have some units with true AoE, so we're gonna go with that.
Is it my turn? So, I
迷っている。怖さはありません。あなたをどこまでも。 たちのたやすいことです。手伝うね。焦っちゃダメだよ。黄昏の楽園に
I was someone old. Kill the moon. Going arcade.
get what you deserve. Slow simmer on low heat. Patience is not optional. 楽園。私は君臨し続ける。眩しく。
Your private room. Peace and
Still misbehaving? Then let's kick it up a notch. This but a flash. 何も考えなければ。それでも慰めを求めますね。呼びましたか？まあ、助けるね。失礼します。
Okay, that's working. Ha, gotcha.
And much.
Okay, these are just mats from here on out. Don't even have to do all of them if I don't want. Alright, the fact there's this thing going down here from 1613 means there's a side story thing I can unlock. I think I have to fulfill specific objectives to unlock that, so I'm not going to worry about it. Inlies left field are soaked with dew. Yeah, this team should be more than sufficient, I think. The Grand Duchess Elizabeth. You know, I rather like Brest this time of year. No longer rises and falls, and there's no distinction between day and night, and there's no need to pretend that anything's under light anymore. The Marshal calls it the Autumn of Troubles. Time is of the essence, Your Imperial Highness. The situation grows more tense as we speak, as I enjoy your hospitality and tea. The Marshal awaits a reply. I have seen even Marshal Evgeny is flustered. It seems there is truly great trouble in Ursus. You are correct. The mellow response from deity Grefberg is unacceptable. The Marshal is not the only one who thinks so. I expect he has fully realized how wisely his father acted in that insurrection. The Fourth Army could have had worse outcome than being sent to the border. So, has young Effigy made up his mind to be at the forefront? The Marshal is simply performing the duty of a soldier of Ursus, to protect her by standing where danger is greatest. Only problem lies with you, Your Imperial Highness. The Marshal needs to know that you are willing to cooperate. Is this his notice to me? A request made of a friend. The Marshal values your friendship and trusts your wisdom. He believes that even at times like this, the interests of Brest and the Fourth Army are very closely aligned. Besides, he's not asking you to do anything other than give the nod. He seems to think it is an easy thing. Does he think the Tsar a fool? Do you think Chairman Witt an idiot? There is no middle ground. Just the sun cannot coexist with night. The Marshal understands your situation. He is happy to share in your burden. In any case, there's considerable room for interpretation for the fall of an Emperor's blade. The Marshal is glad to make one for you. The Fourth Army assisted Brest in suppressing a rebellion in the far north. As long as you're willing to cooperate, that'll be the only sentence on the Fourth Army's report to Grifferberg. You do not even need to nod. The Marshal will accept silence. No, that's not it. If the Marshal truly understands me, he should know that it was never deity Griffinberg's inquiry I was concerned about. The people who live upon my land, the people of Ursus, are my only concern. The Marshal understands your benevolence and vows no one shall cross the line you've drawn. Young and patient Evgeny, I do not wish to see my dear friend put himself in danger. Even if I do keep silent as he wishes, would It would simply be one fewer pebble in his path. How does he intend to handle the mighty boulders? That's not something you need to concern yourself with. Be it boulders or anything else, the Marshal's confident he will overcome all foes in the way of the Ursine glory. Do I take it out of your response? Field Marshal Evgy sends his regards. For the glory of Ursus. For the glory of Ursus. Are you alright, Ksenia? I can carry both of you if necessary. No, I'm fine. I just don't understand. Why do we have to be in such a hurry? I have a theory. The government has already learned about the ore vein incident. There's only one explanation for the widespread silence in far north. Ursus will not allow news of the vein exhaustion to get out. Look at Sky Doctor. Was it like this when we came in? No. Am I seeing things? Why is that color again? Conspicuously red, the color of a warning. You do not need to look up to see it. It covers the gray skies and everything below them. The army, the warning lights of the Ursine armies, they're here. Why? Why would the army come from north at a time like this? They shouldn't be here. Doctor, high energy originium reaction on a large scale, 5 kilometers. Someone's approaching fast. We need to get back to the lab and let Ami know at once. Oh, you're right, Ksenia. We're speeding up. Yes, the lab. We need to get back to the lab. Not sure Ksenia is still fully with us, but we need to keep her alive at all costs. This way. The emergency communications equipment should be on the top floor observation deck. The key's in the director's office. Follow me. Whisper, those footsteps didn't come from any of us. Is there someone else here? There aren't many of them. We don't have time. We need to reach Amia. Sorry, there's no emergency lighting here. I've lit a candle. Yes, the communications equipment. I've never used it. No, not sure how far the range is. It's an Ursine military communicator. You've seen one before? Radiant has something similar. She helped the Ursine's army research into some equipment years ago. Looks like they put into production already. If it's what I think it is, it's a form of high-performance, large-area broadcasting. It's equipped with a high-powered arts unit, roughly equivalent of 100 standard military communicators. It's to broadcast urgent messages to military facilities in a large area. Experts in perceptive arts, such as Radiant, are also able to receive such messages. Isn't that a good thing? Why are you so anxious? We can't specify the frequency to use. If we use this device to send a message, the nearby army will receive it as well, immediately revealing our position. Doctor, send the message and then move at once. Got it. Tell me what message to send and I'll operate it. Ursine's Vor near exhausted. Look out. Why are they attacking the lab? At least one army is intervening in the far north. They're trying to enforce a blackout. Message recorded. Sending. Let's get out of here now. Dr. Ksenia, grab onto me tightly. We will. Hello, hello. Damn, did we make it in time? You were pretty tough when you came for me, monster. Don't die here. You hear me, Doctor? A fight, is it? The Roaring Wilds.
But it's dark.
Oh, crap.
I really hope.
Alright, this should cleave through this guy's stuff. Oh, right, there's 2 blue boxes, aren't there? Whoops. Yeah, I was too busy focused on one end for the other. Well, if I have trouble, I won't hesitate. Well, if I have trouble, I will not hesitate to clap. If I need to, I guess I can always borrow Logos or something. But I don't think I'll need to. Wow, this thing has global range. Oh crap, that's a ghost.
やるしか
Yes, oink oink.
時間は待ってくれません。
Damn it.
リラックス。焦っちゃダメだよ。ドクター、その黄昏の私は君臨し続ける。
Yeah, that doesn't work. The big problem is those unblockable enemies are, they're invisible while in the cloud, so whoever I put up there needs to be able to kill them immediately, and they need to be able to do it without any backup. I do have a few that might be able to do this.
I require those to act on their
Can act on the judgment. We'll see how this goes. It might not work as well as I'm hoping, but it is what it is.
Is it my turn? No, your prime. Please.
I shall ensure the integrity of the law.
Curbing the enemy's weak.
Violated taboos hold no.
No, it is my someone only. Join our aid.
Yeah, this should work for now.
それでも慰め求めますね。
Oh, balls. Yeah, all these invisible enemies are a big problem. Alright, do these deal arts damage? That's a problem. Leave a burning area. Artillery rumors say a single shell could engulf an entire city block in flames, but the number of units still in service remains unknown. Yeah, I need something with invis reveal. Silver Ash is probably going to be essential for this.
We all have our roles. My ability is best.
Do I even have her second talent, or is this, Yeah, she doesn't have her invis reveal until E2, which I can't afford at the moment. So she's of no help. Sukanogi might work, but she cannot be the one actively targeted. The medic. Here we are. We are Sukanoga Gaming.
I will not follow expectations.
I guess I could always just borrow an Inez if I really need to. Would suck, but as we saw, I don't need to max out. I don't need to get red on all the stages.
Saves.
I must going arcade.
Prayers are unnecessary.
This is
Damn it.
迷っている暇はありま
Annihilation.
Damn it.
せがれの楽園私は君臨し続ける
It's no good, yeah. That didn't work as well as I was hoping. Maybe instead of a medic, I should use Shu, because Shu can actually take hits. I could also... Oh, actually, this might be a good time for use skill 1.
I won't fight nothing. Eyes. I'm in.
Vanguard. Inez here somewhere. A lot of people don't even know Kestrel exists in this game. And I know I've got at least one Inez person on my list. I was gonna say, is that Inez and the skin is just throwing him off? No, that's Kanta. Here we are. It's not my Inez, but she'll be good enough. Now let's see. I'm gonna check the skills again here. We're gonna have to do it this way.
Specialize in decent. No.
Better watch your step. Not my wish. Get what you deserve. Doctor, my powers now. Still misbehaving? Let's
Taunt. There we go.
誰の
This should work.
私は君臨室
Your private room. Please enter.
soul be
Okay, good. He's power did in fact kill them. That's nice. Haha. Yeah, there's a reason I don't regret the M9 on this one.
Very well.
私たちの
This should help.
What can I get? Your private room. Please enter. Made up your mind.
The fool flaunting his gallantry.
Excellent. The true damage enough just reveals everyone here.
I shall ensure the integrity of the law. Question. The most naive behavior.
nations still misbehaving. Let's kick it up a notch. Roar. A word. みんなも私が守るから
There we go.
What can I get you? What can I get?
Nothing can spare. Oh. 黄昏の私は君臨し続ける ドクター
I don't need to do that quite yet because, yeah. There we are. 28. Oh my, there's going to be a big one coming, isn't there? Well, at least with all these gone, I probably don't need Tsukunogi, but I'll keep her out here for the moment. Okay, good. They're focusing on the one person who can take it. Here you go, buddy.
Doctor, I plant you into the soil to grow anew. Doctor, 木があなたをどこまでも追い詰める
Here. They're all coming on that end. Wow. Let's get Inez here. Silver Ash, I'm going to need you to help out. Okay, maybe not. Maybe I should have accepted just so I have another Inez there, but whatever. Yeah, there are reasons I don't regret my M9 Yi. Let's see how big of a pain these are. Natural DP generation reduced, 3 maps no longer available. Heavy artillery attack speed increased. Oh my, yeah. What am I missing if I don't do this? That's a new mat, so I don't have very many, but I can... Worst case scenario, I could just do the bear one. That one's kind of a gimmick, if we're honest. This isn't the last boss already. Revealing the truth. Maybe it is, actually. My understanding is this is a fairly short chapter. I guess I could just look up the total number, but let's find out together then. Let's make Yi as skill 2 again.
Nothing.
Silver Ash, let's return to Umiri. Yeah, that skill one's fine. I should M3 that, but the problem is she wants green crystal staircases, and that's a pain in the ass to get en masse. Especially since I've got some big projects coming up. Oh, yawns. Look sharp. We're on shift for another 2 hours. Not a damn mangler in this ice and snow. Hey, did you hear something? What? Soldier turns around, only see the crossbow bolt punches his friend's skull. Huh? Ah. Crossbows in this game universe are no joke. As a reminder, during the Rainbow Six crossover event, the Russian big guy Tachanka struggled to pull it back. And guns in this universe don't use gunpowder, they use arts. They use the magic system to fire bullets instead. They're also only made by one country and distributed from there, if I remember right, but there's some exceptions. But the point is they're very rare and hard to get your hands on. Uh, Rankin, we got these ones. Let's go up. Wait, don't be rash. Come back. The miners are gathered under the outpost, gazing at the flashing warning light above their heads. Watch your heads. You saw us. They're pulling the ladder. We'll have to do this the hard way. Take all the explosives and come with me, Team 3. We're blowing the outpost door, whatever it takes. Don't stop if I fall. Take my place. 4 or 5, keep shooting and cover us. The rest of you, don't let a single soldier get away. You got it. On my mark. Searchlight catches them and is immediately followed by a hail of projectiles. Rankin continues to push forward towards the outpost, raising his crossbow and aim at the vexing searchlight above their heads. Ah! Suddenly, he feels a sharp pain in the forehead, and the left side's vision is covered in red. Blood streams down. He hears a ringing in his head. Rankin! Not a step back with me. Push forward. Damn, we're dead anyway if we go back. Might as well take a few down with us. The cries around him seem so distant. He can hear the sound of crossbow bolts finding flesh. He can hear the sound of bodies hitting the floor. He must not fall. Not when victory is so close. He wills his limbs to move with the last bit of strength he has. Once again, raising his crossbow and aiming at the loathsome light, he pulls the trigger. They're weakening. Keep up. Already. The door's blown. Charge. The miners' voices feel more and more distant. All he can do is keep up. No one notices him in the battle of life and death. He leans against the rubble and heads upward, one small step at a time. His senses are returning. His body's getting used to the pain. He walks over bodies that were alive a moment ago. The spiral staircase leads to an aperture at the top, where the most beautiful aurora of the Ursan night shines through. He remembers sitting in the mine elevators, gazing up at the light above. Finally, the last step. He finds himself standing amidst the aurora, beneath the stars with friends. Rankin, are you alright? I'm fine. He wipes away the blood on his forehead and takes a look at his brothers and sisters around him. Half of us didn't make it. But we did it. We did it. In the distance, deity Gerferberg remains hidden in the black taiga. The vast, frozen, icy lake seems to taunt them with their foolish charge. We climbed down from the dark mines of service, and now we stand atop the army's outpost. We will cross the frozen lake, the forest, and plant our flags in even more places. His eyes burn bright as he continues to communicate his vision with the others. Their faces are bright with the joy of victory. They've waited for this day for far too long. Nikto, we finally... He turns around but does not see the familiar figure. Nikto? Pant. I ran away when the first ball of the crossbow. It's no shame to be afraid. Only the foolish of fools don't know fear. Rankin's mad. Everyone who follows him is mad. I want to pull them back, but if they die, let them. I can't die yet. From cobbler to tutor, being adopted by a count. I didn't do all that just so I could die in a place like that. Die and it's all over. Must survive. Volgred's just ahead. Start over, Nikto. The bloody hell's that? A torch. Relight a torch to warn others, to let others know we've succeeded and come up. Yes, you're right. Light the fire. The dull thud coming from the distance shakes the ice fields and makes their eardrums and hearts tremble. What's that? Over there. They look in the direction he's pointing. See a massive battleship on the horizon. It's massive, hard to tell whether it's a ship or a nomadic city. The taiga is leveled in an instant, and the tars are veiled by a red light. Snow and tree trunks are torn to pieces and sucked into the sky. Only now. Only now they understand what they're dealing with. Ursus. They're dealing with Ursus. See, so this is what it is. Radiant. Radiant? I just got a message on a public channel. It says the Ursine ore veins are near exhausted. The armies are trying to cover it up. At least one army is here in the far north. The doctor's team sent the message. Uncertain but likely. It's a warning from the doctor. The miners are being exhausted. Could it be? But I don't understand. Ursus wants to cover it up. Do they plan on killing everyone in the far north who knows about it? I knew it. The rumors the ore veins are running dry were true, and that's the source of all these unusual events. That is what they are trying to hide. You don't look surprised. It was the worst case scenario that I projected until now, but now there's a reason to believe it's true. I've no doubt that some of the army brass are capable of doing such things. The far north is the most dangerous place on Terra right now. We must leave immediately. We haven't made contact with the doctor yet. They sent us a warning. They're in a better position to be informed than we are. There's no guarantee we would find them if we went back now. We'd only be wasting our time. Monster can protect the doctor. They're less likely to be targeted than a large group. But the armies have come to cover up on this government's behalf. How can we be sure Grifferberg is a safe place to go? You still don't trust me? We do need to make sure that... Calcit. The name once again came to the government's attention not long ago. This mysterious figure left too many unusual traces on Ursus and across all of Terra. Information about her are considered top secret. For this reason, some of us, however, hope she can answer certain questions that Ursus is facing right now. Who are you, really? Perhaps a reintroduction is in order. Elosius Vasquez Gorshelgard, Lieutenant of the SARS Battalion, Ursine Imperial Guard. I answer to Chairman Islam Witt of the State Council. My orders are to investigate the infected and associated incidents of the Central Mine District of the Far North, and to make contact with Rhodes Island. I know it's a little late to claim sincerity, and it's true I intend to keep this a secret. Whether you believe it or not, however, I can tell you that I could have dealt with you in Bresk if I had any ill intent. That's not the sort of cooperation Rhodes Island seeks, but I can understand your correction. Let us set this argument aside for now. What's your plan? I have vehicles on the southwest shore of Lake Neva, 10 kilometers from here. It's not much, but it should be enough to take everyone away. I can hide them in the village in Griffinburg, and then find a way to get you inside the city under the government's protection. Mantra said the people here are still under the influence of the Ortstevo. We need to free them from its control first. She can find the Ortstevo, but not a way to deal with it. I have no desire to witness a tragedy, but my duty comes first. I ensure that someone is alive to bring word back to Griffinburg. If you insist on everyone out of here safely, I can give you 1 hour, no more. Understood. I will make it quick. I think I've made a breakthrough. Mantra carefully projects her perception to every corner. She identifies one fluctuation among the numb, unmoving thoughts. Let's go. Let's leave here, right? If you stand up, everyone will follow. We'll go south. Did Grisferberg, anywhere, just not here, okay? Betuchki takes a knee before the illusion she believes to be her grandmother. She takes the hands that do not exist to Mantra's eyes and rubs her cheeks against them. It's only when she sees tears on the girl's face that Mantra realizes how frightening this trust is. The girl continues to do so, even without getting any response. Mantra remembers Radiant's words. Wachowski's parents were executed for organizing a strike. Her grandmother's her only family now. It's as though everyone in the mining district knew Nadia, including the guards. They sought her assistance more and more once they sought the medical teams. More than they sought they sought her assistance more than they did the medical teams. They sought comfort when they were in pain, insight when they were lost, and finds a strange peace in her words. I should have noticed something wasn't right. I thought she was just a respected old woman. Please, babushka. Mantra watches the girl before her and gently makes her own voice appear in the girl's mind. She believes you will find peace here once all hope is gone. Bedochki. She turns around to see the Phidia standing behind her. My name, but I never told you. In this place at least, you should be able to express yourself clearly. But you're talking in the same way you usually do, which means you've not been seriously affected. Perhaps there's still a way for you to wake up. What? Is Nadia your family? Yes, she's my babushka, and my only family. Are you sure? Of course I am. She is. Your babushka wants everyone to endure their pain, so they have no desire to live, nor to choose their own pain and die. No, she wouldn't. She's just tired like everyone, just tired. We want to live, of course we do, but there's always people who don't want us to. Always someone. Who? The patrol units. You defeated the patrol, but you defeated the patrol. The guards, the people of the lab. They're not here. Who else doesn't want you to live? The black And why can't I remember? Let me ask again. Are you holding hands of your family? Turn around, Vitoshki. Vitoshki does not want to. As long as she does not do so, those cold and withered hands will remain forever as they are. Tell me, what do you see? Don't turn around, don't turn around. She keeps telling herself, but she turned around. Oh. Babushka's in front of her. She's singing a lullaby. I see Babushka Nadia. No, look closely. She's in front of her. Her hands are cold. What do you see? I see a circle. I see... red. Yoshiki frantically shakes her head. Why is it always red? Babushka sitting, Babushka standing, Babushka colors ever changing. Babushka lying in a pool of blood, deciding that Vadoshki may die. Is this what autumn's like in Ursus? I'd hate to see what they call winter. An open-air party, no lawn or picnic table. Are you inviting us here to see? Entertainment you don't get in Casimiras, no matter how rich you are. Few lives and deaths, big deal. I doubt those miners we saw on the way could give us a show that measures up to the night sports. The Knights fight every year, but Brish Ganoi hasn't seen a single death sentence in a decade under the rule of the Grand Duchess. This is truly a rare event. Death sentence? Who's a criminal? A minor couple caught in the act, plotting to organize an infected strike. My, how awful! Yes, it's such a horrendous crime. The Grand Duchess apparently repped when she signed the death warrant. But there is no precedence for humane death sentences in these parts. It's easy to bury them in nearby swamps, but it would be such a waste of a rare death sentence, wouldn't it? Which is why we're here. The procedures start with a whipping. I heard paying guests even get to pick the whip, add blades to it, soak it in brine. Wow, this Grand Duchess is kind of an awful person, hidden behind a pretty face. What if they died sooner than planned and the rocks explode in front of us? I had this dress made for the trip, you know. Oh, that won't be a problem. Their infection's not that bad. It would have taken them years to die if they didn't commit that crime. As for the party and picnic you asked about, you'll see it soon enough. Now let's get ourselves warm by the fire. And again, this might be an Ursus thing specifically rather than the Grand Duchess. But at the same time, remember, she is agreeing to have all of this silence and kept quiet. Are they still breathing? The woman's still babbling treason. Is the man dead? Cut his tongue out yesterday. Why not cut the woman's too? The guards yesterday said no. They wanted to hear her scream. Did she? No, not once. She kept repeating petitions, saying things like, for the children who died in the mines. Couldn't understand a word of it. She must be mad. Wouldn't have tried to start a strike if she wasn't. Cut the woman's tongue too. Yes, sir. And that kid, she was standing here yesterday, wasn't she? Yeah, the constable wanted to sit there and watch until her parents breathed their last. Then send her back to their quarters once they're dead. I'm afraid she has to go down the mines with her mom's lamp and ID. She was born in a mine, which means she's a miner too. Does she even have a lamp? Did you see a lamp in her hands? No, sir. Then send her to the quarters when you're done. Dotchki, here, take these. Butter, mincemeat, chocolate, good girl. Don't get any wrong ideas. It wasn't my husband who sold your parents out. I earned these myself, pushing carts in the mines. There's only you and the babushka now. Take care of her, alright? Tell her she doesn't need to return the scissors she borrowed. Come find me if you ever need anything. I'll do what I can to help. My kid would be around your age if she'd lived. Said some other things, but I never answered. Was it because I couldn't talk, or because I already walked away and went home? Now Vidochki's memories. Kind of surprised. I would have expected her to be the 6-star with this, but no, she's one of the 5 stars. Which is the penultimate rank in this game. And thankfully, she's actually a pretty good one. She power creeps an older one, but that's actually a bit of a surprise since while the 6 stars had steady power creep for a while, the 5 stars haven't really gotten good until recently. So I saw red dripping on grayish white plastic. I thought I was back outside of the place again, but no, it was Babushka. Yesterday and today, I learned the red inside the human body isn't endless. It will dry up. It makes people hurt. It brings death. So I tried to stop a red flowing out with my hands, like the game I played with my friends when I was little. Whoever picks up the most water has the most happiness. Whoever bags the most wins has the most freedom. Oh no, I can't keep it. I must keep it. I can't. Babushka, Babushka. The cold body sinks in the plastic and the mud. Before my eyes, I look up and see it. A pale standing shadow. I cried. Ah, so it possessed her grandmother's body. I wonder if maybe it reincarnated as her, but no, that wouldn't be the case. Or I thought maybe it would possess her. I was sort of correct there, but no. Because remember that at the start we saw the previous one executed, but apparently they're reborn repeatedly. I wasn't sure if that was a literal birth or that it took a new body or something. But no, it takes on the body of those who have deceased. I'm here. Told me to endure, to forgive, to survive, yes. Must we still endure? Endure and share their pain only leads to death now. Do we endure for nothing? Desire anything? You will only sin. Your suffering soul needs eternal peace. Come, child, come to my embrace. Do you forgive too? I forgave. We must accept that life in Ursus is granted, and we accept the death that Ursus is granted. We must not choose. We must not struggle. Do you forgive for killing mom and dad, your own child? Yes, I forgive. I forgive. Do you forgive? And no, you're not Babushka Nadia. Wouldn't forgive like this. No forgive for peace. She wouldn't. She would endure. She's dead, buried. You're not her. I am. I am. Submit to or destruction. Step back, Vadoshki. She's not. She's not Babushka Nadia. No, she's not. She's not Babushka. Who is she? The light of arts floats around Mantra. She has made the foe reveal its true colors. But it is not yet over. She must continue to build the barrier in the cognitive space, isolate herself and the entity before her from other people. In the meantime, she continues to communicate the truth. Dang. Seems you're not the only badass granny around here, fake Nadia. You're Otstevo. Sound only. Cool. This is the Urotzivo that I asked you about. It's a demonic creation that has been given this name. Perhaps it was once human, now it's a far cry from the concept of human. I don't understand. You don't have to. I never understood its true nature, nor that there was ever a chance. Even though there was a chance for a minute that I might have never understood its true nature, even though there was a chance, however minute, I might have become it. You saw that at the wrong time. All to it, that is all. Wrong time? So it was wrong from the beginning? It is not your fault, Vitochki. I'll take over from here. 70 years of combat experience, by the way. She has the longest combat experience of any operator in the game. Yeah, when I said she's badass grandma, I meant it. She is one I would absolutely have wanted to pull if she wasn't right before one of the biggest banners this year. At least so far.
Is it my turn?
Thankfully, there we are. Well, yeah, we'll do it this way.
Please.
Get what you deserve. Through the mountains. Feed the
Please. Crap. Arno. Right there.
地につきました。
Darn it.
人形がかりそめの命に宿す。
Not ideal.
はい、失礼します。
Oh boy, this is not good. stupid. Alright, if you're gonna be a dick like that, it's time. Alright. I guess this must be the final boss. Would make sense. We're almost at the end of the reward tree. Yeah. It usually doesn't end this early if there was still like 6 more levels or whatever. Rose salt. And he will have his skill 1.
Fight for nothing. Eyes.
Executor Ultra I don't need. Maybe I will bring Silver Ash, actually.
You wish me to act as your proxy?
Alright, let me go sip my drink. Revealing the truth. So the Yotsuvo's true identity is one of the demon fragments. That's what I'm getting from this anyway.
No. Is it my turn?
Actually, I could put...
I will invite.
Yeah, I'll put Shu here so that she can heal everyone. That should be good.
It's easily.
Quick, quick.
I'll send you into the anew. 位置につきました。Get what you deserve. Order. Patience, friend. Time to swallow.
Alright, that'll kill those guys.
Yourself next time.
Quick, quick.
私たちの勝利に短歌をドクター時はあなたをどこまでも追い詰める
Acknowledged.
たやすいことです
Yotsuvo, do not complain, do not hesitate, do not struggle, just accept it. Yeah, that tells me I should do the opposite of what it tells me to do.
人形がかりそめの命を宿す
I was not prepared for that.
It's not my wish 失礼します
So, hey,
Oh, she adds that. That's a bit of a pain.
人形がかりそめの命を宿す Throw the mountains when summer leaves are white dew Keep the plains when equinox
Oh, she can fear the... Oh. What the hell? She completely changed the map. Now that's interesting. I was not expecting her to completely change the map. But notice how everyone was immediately retreated.
間は待って。
Very well.
あなたをどこまで。
Made up your mind?
Come on, you. Damn it. Yeah, I was not prepared for this. Gonna need a fast redeploy, and I'm not sure yeah, I'm not sure the agents are gonna work here. I'm probably gonna have to go with Yato Alter. She can absolutely tear those guys apart.
Being already sim. Fault.
Yes. Oh,
迷っている。ませんわよ。慰め。Here, seconds.
your pride.
あなたたちの悪に。So long as you're here. だよね。So the mountain. Summer leaves the white dew. Salt oil into a hot pot. Just perfect.
Damn it, it ran out. Rotstivo. There we go, that's done. Damn it. Oh, come the hell on. There, we'll make sure she's visible.
What can I get? I want someone old. We're enjoying our.
There we go.
Acknowledged.
Damn it.
That's our target. Found you.
Damn it. Yeah, it's that second phase. Yeah, the second phase just completely redoes the map, and I don't have anywhere I can even place anyone unless the worker's there. And even then, I have to make sure it's the correct spot. Like, yeah, it won't even let me look at the second map. Cannot be blocked and spreads toxic pollution upon location. First form. Does arts damage, inflicting fear, and cause them to lose visibility. Gorillas lose fear when max spiritual burden. Every fourth attack gains increased attack rates dominion. Target is instantly defeated if within the dominion. Oh, interesting. So it's basically like... Okay, that explains how it was one shot. Yeah, Dominion is the exact same thing that the Emperor's Blade does. It instantly defeats them because it basically counts as auto retreating the operator, so there's no way to bypass it. Immortality does nothing. It enters a new battlefield. Fear number of core. Maybe just bring someone else will be useful to me. Citadel will be a cheap but effective option. Logos, not bad. Actually, I do know someone on my list has Lapland Altar. No module, really? Oh, she does have it. Just isn't on the support for some reason. Alright. We'll borrow some friend help here for this. Alright, this is gonna be rough.
Is it my turn? Needs to.
Check again. It's あなたを ありません。
So, which needs to be.
Alright, we'll hold off on deploying Shu then.
So long as you're here, have some. It's not my wish. Doctor? Point remember to take this. あなたたちの終幕に
Here we go, time for the taunt. Now I can destroy both of them in one skill usage.
What can I do? I must someone we're enjoying our
Of course, why wouldn't that work?
それでは止めますね。さきちゃんもみんなも私が守るから。
The Eurostivo.
And thus has autumn made
so keen to be free. Statecraft are no custom.
will not
Why are you not?
turn. Would any of you like to? Patience, tough to swallow, huh? Up next.
Instant retreat. Not much I can do about that. Alright, keep everyone's costs down. And she's got global range, which is a bit of a pain, I'm not gonna lie.
Very well. What do you plan? Art thou mine worthy enemy, or art thou not my master?
We are.
Is here is a good spot. Clear skies, but seeing.
Shoot.
Is it my turn? Don't run.
Damn it. Maybe I shouldn't have those guys at the bottom move. Alright, so new plan. I won't have the guys on the bottom move at all. Because by just standing there, they make a good blockade. Yeah, the boss has global range, which is a little bit of annoying. Yeah, I actually might have salvaged it if I had remembered Yado for some reason. I don't know why I forgot Yado. That keeps happening. The whole reason I brought her is so that I do have an emergency. Wait, this person needs to die yesterday.
Check again. It's no.
Your pride.
So long as you have some. My power is all.
Can I get?
Patience, all oil into a hot one. Just perfect.
There we go. Damn you.
君臨し続けるドクター
Screw you. Now I can't do anything. Ah.
So, oink oink.
My power. So long as you're here, have some.
Alright, so I won't have those spawning there. I'll just,
Spring breeze. さんは待ってくれます It's not my wish. Doctor, fight. 位置につきました Let's go public. 私たちの勝利 You were right away. この黄昏の永遠に私は君臨し続ける
damn it, I can't see a thing.
Very well.
Here's a good spot.
Art thou mine word, or art thou not but a jester?
There.
Relax. We're very...
What do you plan?
So long as you're here, have some. I'll plant you into the soil to grow anew.
And now, you won't use invisibility to escape, my friend.
What do you plan? The fool flaunting his gallantry reaches none with his battle.
Doctor, please will not. 慰めを求め
Alright, there we go.
quickly.
There we go. Had to be a little cheap, but hey, I was able to do it with Lapland Altar rather than Wissadel or Logos. Listening. Excellent. Well, that was an interesting boss, I must say. And I'm glad she didn't have her global range move there. Wait, what? Aw. This could be a scripted one. Look at that means we're gonna be facing an army. But it's also not listed as hard, so time to prepare. Yeah, I'm thinking I know precisely where I'm gonna want everyone. Yeah, let's keep you at skill 1 because I get the sense there's probably going to be a lot more tanks here. And I need to make sure he can absorb the damage from those. Wearing a mask. Using Originium arts is not the hard part of combat. Red and black mist fill the air. The white silhouette does not speak or move. Not even the fringes of its clothes. It does not dodge or fight back, simply existing in silence, allowing the barriers to wither away. A void, a vortex that devours everything. You are. The scenes in the cognitive realm continue to flicker. They return to where they began, a wilderness of unknown name or location. One would call it Sargon. All the way back to Sargon, I see. Why? Why would this happen? Catastrophes destroyed our home. Why must war take our lives as well? Adisha, silent and wise, hear my prayer and comfort my pain. Futile. Search as you might in my consciousness, you'll never create a vision that makes me choose to sleep in the void. Oh, she has masks on both sides of her face. Interesting. That is your past. Your people sought comfort from you, but you could not even grant them an illusion, though it would have taken you little effort. It is not comfort, it's just a lie. A sweet dream cannot shake the ancient corrupt royalty. I left that place, fled of my own accord. Indeed, you're not shaken, your voice. You cannot become the source of the voice, Yortzvo. You cannot become me, because I cannot speak, because you're simply an echo. People see me in the reflection of their perception of an expectation. That's how you came to be. But to you, and to my own folly, I have no expectation. You are strong. You are strong. You have not been tried or baptized, yet you wield power almost the same as mine. Yet you've neglected your power, this gift. You should have used it to proselytize and lead your people. What made you leave your palace? What made you give up on power and become weak? I realized. Knowledge is more lasting than authority. The truth is stronger than lies, and you have spurred them into a path of destruction, to die upon this frozen soil. Why? A soft laughter ripples the air. It is revelation. It is proselytization. It is sacrifice. The land is about to undergo drastic changes. Those who are not strong will be destroyed. Therefore I nurtured a spark, made it strong, and made it spread. It will burn all that is impure, and all shall be born again within. Mantra is certain she can kill it. In the realm of the mind, it takes a little more effort than snuffing out a candle, but what would killing it do? She's unsure. Besides, is there victory to be gained when your foe never engaged? Stop wasting time, Yortzivo. Cease your influence on the people here and leave with me. Then leave them with me. Otherwise, Ursus will soon need a new one. No, no, your past is thick and long. But it must be there somewhere. Your pain that you paid from. Babble. Accept it. There was no time for Mont to react. A split second of hesitation is enough to cause a crack in the cognitive realm she used all her strength to maintain. She realizes her error almost instantly, but countless responses are already coming from outside. I accept. I accept. I accept. I've long accepted. I can eat straw, moss, drink snow and water with gravel until my stomach is full and I shall not hunger, not more. Death is not more terrible than living. At the end of her vision, Yurt's bow is white and slender, not a trembling apparition nor a hunched old woman. Whatever its appearance, it will continue to exist as long as a single person believes in it. The cause is not here, it's someone where else. Time starts flowing again. Mantra looks around. Her reason and emotion fight a war in her head, arguing whether to try to fix her or bear a retreat. Soon she makes up her mind. Elysium. Right here. I need to use thermal imaging to mark the location of the outside. Connect me to every miner. Can you do it? Of course. You got it. The old woman's cold voice appears in every miner's head. The instant connection's made, she realizes these people can no longer endure any more shocks from mental arts. She can only keep out Yurtsevo for so long. Time is of the essence. Perhaps this will be cruel to you, but I believe it's necessary to reveal the truth. If this exodus began out of despair and manipulation, you should at least decide your own ending. Who's talking? How'd I end up back here? We're not here. We ran away with Rankin. We cut the chips and got away. This isn't real. You're half correct. This is not the truth of the present, but the past. You killed the one on the ground. Yes or no? Yeah, we killed him. Rankin killed him. I thought Rankin was a hero. He said he'd take us to a place where the infected won't be looked down upon, be abandoned us in the end. So you validated the truth of this scene. I was there. I saw it. We killed and defiled our own soil. Look again. Tell me, who is it? Nadia, Batochki's babushka. Everyone in the mine respected her, even the guards. You respected her too, in the way that you respect your elders, in the way you respect the statue of a god. There's a little difference if you lived to her age in the mines. She stood among you, joined the revolt. No, she didn't. She wasn't there. No one would ask an old woman to fight. She's here. Who's she looking at? Is she mourning the fallen? Why was she mourning a murderer? Because it was she who killed him. What? Frank in your group never killed the last one who fell. What killed him was his hubris, the one who created the illusion, making you blame yourself for his death. Yuritsuvo. Toshiki stands by the door. She wants to leave, but her feet won't move. She wants to look straight ahead, but she doesn't have the courage. Juko only look down at the watch in her hand, watching the hands tick and talk, moving the next number. What is it? Time is it? Which one's the hour hand? Which the minute? What about the extra one? Mama said to not sleep in the snow. You'll get cold and pass out, and the heavy snow can kill. Rankin said not to doze off in the mines. You'll faint if the air is stale, and air that you can't see will burn. But this isn't the snow or the mines. Can we sleep here? Rest here? We can save. Who can save us? Babushka's gone. It's not Bushka. Nadia standing there. No, not here. Not rest, but not in someone else's home. Sleep, but not because you've lost the strength to live. Don't sleep. Don't rest. Well, save ourselves. She steadies the hastily forged shield. The bell she rang to warn the others to evacuate the mines hangs from it. She swings her pickaxe and rings it again. So she's really the Yuritsuvo? I heard you worship her like the Yuritsuvo. She is. She saved us. It all makes sense now. She comforted us, shared our pain. She was with us. Where were you back then? Then she should save you now. The Myers look to Yuritsuvo. It stands silent like a statue. Maybe we sinned too much. No. The victimizer, the one who deceived and caused pain, wants the victim to endure and submit. It's always been so. You do not see any other path than to obey. It's not your fault. Do you mean we can still be saved? Shut it, Vasya. Does it even matter now? Yes, you can be saved. If you leave and continue your journey, choose to live when living may be worse than dying. Get lost. I thought you were going to say something new. If that's all, I'd rather die with my corpse intact. I'm sure everyone else. Bells? Who's ringing the bells? It's Vorichki. Sounds like someone has made a choice. Vorichki silently rings the bell, even though it does not sound the way it used to. She rings it again and again until someone stands up. Is our shift over? Our shift is over. I want to leave. I want to go home. More and more people stand up from the ground, step away from the walls, and their figures begin to drown out the white at the end of the house. The Yuritsuvo's figure trembles, passing through mantra and the people standing on the house. It comes before Fedochki. Child. Fedochki looks down and does not answer the call. She continues to ring the bell until everyone is roused. The dazed smile appears upon their faces. Oh, Fedochki, get back. Don't stay here too long. Fedochki. No, I'm not going back. Fedochki? Fedochki gazes straight ahead. Her companion stops smiling. The figure of Yotsuko is now transparent. She said, no, we're not going back. We'll leave and we'll live. Until living isn't the only thing we care about anymore. So much better now. Are you alright, Mantra? This is Mantra. Your communications concluded. The miners have been freed from Yuritsuvo's control. You defeated the Yuritsuvo? I wouldn't say that. It was a result of their own effort. The Yuritsuvo has disappeared, and I was unable to track it. We have more important matters to attend to now. The armies, they're here. No. Here. They're here. Report Elysium. No hostiles within 5 clicks of the direction we're traveling. We can stay the course. The road ahead will be easier once we stretch out of the tundra. Good to hear. Thank you, Elysium. There's bad news too, though. If the enemy is in front, they're probably behind us. Watch your 6, Samia. I will. The cannon fire is drawing closer. The group can't move any faster. Even worse, we have no idea where they are. We need more information, Amiya. At the very least, we need to know how they're moving. You want to intercept military comms? Can you do that? I'm familiar with Earthside encryption methods, but it's been a while, and it'll take time for me to identify the frequency they're using. Oh, look at me like that. Alright, alright. You want to make even more classified information than I already have? Can't guarantee you'll even help. But if we both live to stand before the tribunal, I'll testify all you did was purely self-defense. Your jokes give you some work, Sergeant. Never says a joke. Please consider lowering your expectations. You're low enough. Just tell me the frequency and keep quiet. I'll write it down. Found it. Thank you. Tracing signal. Switching active. Ship-mounted radio. Rebellious miners are active in the far north. The infected have engaged in large-scale massacres causing great civilian casualties. A large number of infected are now heading towards Deity Grifferberg. Fourth Army answers the call of duty to suppress the insurrection to protect the people. The operation will be carried out swiftly. Citizens advised to remain calm and cooperative. Oh, their shamelessness leaves you at a loss for words? I'm unsurprised. Sounds like they'll at least avoid the nomadic cities, but we should monitor civilian communications in case anyone have a map. Not on me, I'll get it. I have it here. Can I listen to what you're listening to? I want to know about the other mines. Are we the only ones left? Where are the others? What they say on the radio isn't true, Vidochki. I know. Just want to know if they're safe, can we? It's true the radio broadcast from the mines could be a source of information, so thank you. Lieutenant Gottschalk, but please mark on the map any nomadic cities the path the army's heading. Wait, the signal's changed. Military. It's now on. The one just now is on civilian channels. Now they're sharing internal communications with other units. Central Mining District purged. Acknowledged. They're purging what? Don't listen, Vidochki. Radiant tries to cover her ears, but the girl shakes her head. The next message comes through brief silence. Satellite City's Mining District purged. Acknowledged. Molinet's Mining District purged. Acknowledged. Volgren's Mining District purged. Acknowledged. Names of places mixed with static are sent one for another. Some are familiar, some not. No one dares imagine what's happening on the other side. A name, just a name. That's enough. Turn it off. We're not getting information. No, I want to know. There are friends. Earl Mine District purged. Acknowledged. Cross Mine District purged. Acknowledged. Omega Magic Mine District purged. Acknowledged. Terminal's playback is like a bland looping song. The aurora sways the night sky. A beautiful curtain that shuts out the screaming happening elsewhere on the tundra. It's a long night. Stand your Imperial Majesty. I always have. I understand your kindness, but no one's ever been respected for kindness. What will happen to a nation when it loses its energy that is its lifeblood? Either it becomes livestock whose survival depends on the whims of others, or must plunder the others first. This is not the desire of the armies, it's the desires of Ursus. Ursus must not be weak. If she becomes weak, we must cut away what is weak, or others will fall upon her in an instant. All this to say, silence can be such a difficult thing. Grand Duchess Elizabeth tosses the letter with the State's Council seal into the fireplace. Flames rise with a soft hiss, and then all is quiet again. Vidochki, calm down and listen to me. Don't be afraid and don't give up. We can make it. We'll take everyone out of this. Leave, but massacre. Killing everyone. They're trying to kill everyone. Silence everyone? They used to do it with butter and coffee, with whips and death. Papa, Mama didn't keep quiet and they're dead. But if we're dead, even if we keep quiet, even the mine districts, we've heard they're all dead, but we're the only ones? Shouldn't more people know before we're silenced too? They can't kill everyone, can they? You're right, but sending a message to reveal our position to the nearby army. Aloysius swallows her words. She wanted to be the voice of cold reason, but she cannot say the words. Vidochki's right. We can't let them bury everything that happened here. You've just been through a hard fight, Mantra. There's no need to worry. It is my duty. But I can't not worry. You didn't come to the north, or want to come to the north, or reveal your arts. There must be reasons for that. Whether it's a past you didn't want to expose, or Rhodes Island wouldn't place new burdens on our operators. I don't know what you went through there, but I know it takes great courage to overcome it. Thank you for your understanding, Amiya, but I no longer need to avoid it, for I've left it behind. We'll reveal the tragedy that happened here and expose their plot. And we have a witness. Let us begin. Mantra. Calibration complete. How you feeling? How you feeling? Good. We'll expand the area. Ready, Radian? One moment. I can make use of magnetic storms and the electrical signals carrying the noise. How are you feeling now, Mantra? I can hear more now. More is a vague answer. She not only hears more, further, and more details. Hears the battleship tracks rumbling, the screams that not even originium engines can drown. She hears parents speaking in interesting dialects, kissing their children goodnight, couples whispering words of love on the balcony before going inside, the curtains left open. She hears a radio program in the tundra, interrupted from time to time by magnetic storms, an old man falling asleep, stroking a cloud beast in his arms to a nursing home. She feels as though she can hear everything and knows that she has to interrupt. Comrades. She suddenly realizes she should not be the one saying the words, at least not the only one. Vrochki. These are your words. Say them with me. I don't speak, clearly. I can do it. Comrades in the mines and cities. Comrades in the mines and cities. We come from far north. We're being slaughtered. Slaughtered. Comrades in the mines and cities. We're hunted in the far north. We're still alive. We're being slaughtered. We did not betray Ursus. Ursus abandoned us. I did it. You did it. Now, I might need some help. She took everything out of her. Voices unheard. Oh, this is scripted. We must pull back. We must live. Right. Let's do what we can. Oh, I should have put something else first. Oh dear. I messed up. Yeah, I needed a. Wow, I have all these amazing. Dang, I have all these amazing units. It sure would. All these vanguards. It sure would suck if I didn't deploy a damn one of them. Yeah, I'm not very bright. Alright, this should be good enough for now. I don't think any of them are going to the north one quite yet. Man, that's quite the range extension. Oh dear. That's gonna be quite a bit of work, but I think we can do it. Alright, this is good.
These are no. I really.
Get what you deserve.
Oh nice, the miners are coming to help us.
Quickly. Falling apart.
What can I get you? Your private room. Enter.
The armored veteran shield guard.
Very well. Made up your mind? The fool flaunting his gallantry. None. Vanity.
安いだね。
So these gatecrashers are no customers. I will invite them.
たやすいこと。Back again. It's easy. We can. それでも慰めを求めますね。
Oh dear. This is not good, is it?
So these so oink oink.
No simmer on low heat. Patience, not option. 任せてください。はい。だよ。たやすいことです。
Made up your mind? Art thou mine worthy enemy? Or art thou not? Yes.
Roar. Bird I've heard and I'll... ドクター、じゃダメだよ。この黄昏の
There we go. The timer ran out.
私はく
That could have been bad.
The fiercer the battle.
Ingenious strategist medal. Oh my. Ass. Eight low ground rock walls greatly increased. I need Silver Ash for this. I want someone else. Odor might not be that bad.
I won't fight for nothing. I'm in.
Easy to
Gonna have to
monitor.
put everything a little.
Up, line up. 時間は待ってくれ。あなた、どこまでも追い詰める。
What can I get you? These gatecrashers are no.
Roar. Bird I've heard and I'll... Oh, really? So the mountains when summer leaves the white...
Oink oink.
ドクター、人形がかりそめの命を宿してます。あなたたちの終幕に安価を。
I get you? Your private room. Same battlefield.
歌うね。Clear skies とチーム。人形がかりそめの命を宿す。
Ugh. I guess if I'm going this far back, I don't need to worry as much about the, I guess we're going this far back, I don't need to actually worry about the... Yeah, artillery wait time, I don't need nearly as much of this. I'm gonna need a different healer here. Min's good. That said, I'm not gonna break my back for this. It's pretty simple, I think. Like I said, I've pretty much gotten all the rewards, and in worst case scenario, I can just do the,
Look like
Please give me あなたをどこまでも追い詰める。
what can I get you? I must someone. Hey. Order acknowledged.
oops, I messed up. I needed the heal. I needed Shu out first. I'm dumb. Come on. Careful, I'm not that good a medic. Rose Salt, you are straight up one of the best of 5-star medics in the entire game.
黄昏の楽園。私は君臨し続ける。
What can I get you? Your
Roar. A word I've heard of. Axe, branch, and bone bear weeds. この黄昏の楽園に
these gate crashes are no custom. Invite them. What can I get you? Your private room. Same battlefield.
Doctor. 黄昏の楽園に So the mountains when summer leaves the white.
Look like
Just gonna get her up there. Not gonna help much. This, yeah, I'll just go with a straight up user for buffing.
なんかを
Your private room.
ドクター
Damn it!
Forward.
Yeah, the big thing there with those guys is I killed them before they even reached me. That is, that's not an insignificant one. No, I think we should just continue. I can come back here later. The big thing I care about is... Alright, this is a scripted stage. The Elite Operators. And Elysium. Red Sun lingers. Ah, crap. Are we gonna have to head to the Metal Gear Rising boss? They're still chasing us. No sign they're gonna stop firing. Goshka has a communicator. She can hear what people in front are saying. We'll listen to her. Oh no. Gonna nuke them all. Phew, that was close. Oh no, those miners aren't gonna be as lucky. Oh good, they're holding off. Oh no. The explosions are getting closer. We have wounded. We just need to get across the ice. The group in front is almost the people coming to pick us up. What if they keep firing after we're on the ice? Someone needs to distract them. Don't be stupid. We sacrifice himself to make sure they escape. English resistance. For the Tsar, for the glory verses, we shall not stop or rest until all traitors lie dead. Gunfire continues to chase them. They seem to see the frozen lake surface. Or is it just an illusion? Only the aurora gives them light, helps them perceive reality. The colorful aurora exists, but only as an onlooker. What's the situation in the rear, Elysium? We took another round of fire. We're regrouping and catching up. Stay safe. We're moving forward at a steady pace. Don't worry about us.
Everything.
Stay in touch.
This place could keep your distance. Look away. You might not.
I wonder who their target will be.
Ruin and restore.
Wait, she's not using a strategic... Oh, that's just her healing talent. That's a little disappointing, actually.
Ice.
Initiating medical treatment. Oh, this isn't the. You won't die. Blood only gonna make this place hotter.
Now we'll see them.
Waiting for your soldier. The ferry of the other side.
Radiant summons are hilarious.
I got this. No one knows. Meet me. Meet your death. Doctor, what kind of message do you want me to transmit? Surrender now! You don't want to get sawed in half!
Here we are. There we are. Dispatch speaking. Target acquired. They're moving toward Lake Neva. Cease fire and surround the target coordinates. Coordinates sent to your terminals. Are you out in the woods, Radiant? Scout team here. We're at the rendezvous point. First batch of vehicles are here. We'll need to wait for the second batch to arrive. Sorry, I didn't expect things to get so urgent. Have you tracked more of the Army's movements, Radiant? Not yet. The military channel went dark. They're on guard now. We're unable to get more information. Quiet, it's making men easy. Stay hidden, Amiya. Be careful. Stay in touch. How's Mantra? Still exhausted. Vitochki and the others have made a stretcher for her. Amiya. You shouldn't be talking. I'm awake. Tell Elysium I can walk on my own. No, not yet. See, I told you so. Remember how Blaze was bedridden for 2 weeks after getting injured on a mission? We didn't let her feet touch the ground for a second, so don't even think about it, dear Mom. The situation's different. Okay, here's a compromise. Once we're through the woods, you can choose me or Elysium to be your crutch. It's Grifferberg on the other side of the frozen lake. I heard the infected can't enter nomadic cities. I never went to the cities before I get infected. Live all my life in the villages until catastrophe infected most of us. They said we didn't need to walk, right? There'll be vehicles like the ones we found. I think Nikto was from Grifferberg. Too bad he's not here. Say, what do you think Nikto and Rankin are doing, Vidochki? They could have already made it to the village they're talking about? Hope so. Everyone, take cover now! Explosion from the force. Is the army there? I just sensed it. Another ardent meat attack from the east. They know where we are. They're trying to force us in the direction of Lake Neva. They're out to their minds. We're already in the central governorate. The armies must know what that means. Indeed, Grifferberg is under threat. The army will eliminate the enemy. It's a public broadcast. They're telling Grifferberg they're putting down a rebellion. See, so this was their plan all along. This killing and hurting. They're planning to reach the capital under the pretext of putting down a rebellion and negotiate with the state council. Their guns at the gates of deity Grifferberg. This is what they're trying to achieve, sacrificing 100,000 in the north. Can you hear me, Amiya? The armies are units to your east. Magnetic storms are interfering with comms. I can't get a good signal at this range. The rest of the group will arrive soon. Aloysius, I'll need to get I'm on the vehicles and evacuate in an orderly manner. What about you? I must go back and point the way for them. Leave me here with the vehicles. Aren't you worried I could abandon you and flee to Grifferberg? If that's your decision, I'd appreciate a heads up. Rhodes Island, find a way. Ah, is Rhodes Island full of people like you? Or you? No, they're much braver than I. Your command, Sergeant. What the hell's that thing behind us appear out of nowhere? Look out, the army is shelling indiscriminately. Do we find another path? Can you reach Radiant Elysium? The scout team might be in even more danger than we are. Yeah, where are you? We're in the forest, the eastern shores of the lake. We're being fired upon by the army. They have reinforcements coming from the east. We must get to the lake as quickly as possible. Grifferberg's on the other side. The armies cannot set foot on the western shore without permission. That's our only chance. We need to clear the lake before the armies complete the encirclement. Radiant? Next storm, communications, southwest ice. No lights, everyone. We'll have to cross in darkness. I'll go southwest. I'll point the way. Stand the stars, show the way. Cannon shells fire like thunder, exploding in the middle of the crowd. The shockwave and shrapnel split the procession in two. A crack appears in the ice and some people falling into it. Ah! The ice is cracking. We can't get through. Go back now. Don't come this way. They're getting closer. Can you reach Radiant? We got separated. We're straggling miners we need to pick up. The northwest shells fell. Roger. On my way. Your leg's bleeding. I'll wrap it. I'll help. No, Vroshki, leave me here. I'll have flint and kindling. Give me a torch. I'll buy what time I can. I'll carry you. Don't give up. Yes, the bleeding will stop soon. You need further treatment once we get on the vehicles. But the bastards won't wait. They'll be hurting us like wild manglers. Don't you see? If they just want to kill us, they would have simply burned every inch we passed through and blown every building up. Don't you think they could do it? That's no reason to give up. You don't understand. I was a hunter before they threw me in the mines. I know what some of the city folk do on hunting trips. They corral their game in one place, kill a couple, watch the rest struggle. Honestly, I don't know how much time I can buy, but I'll do what I can. It's just a hole in my leg. I'll crawl if I can't walk. I'll get a few dozen meters to the east. Stop wasting time. Leave a torch and go. All these precious seconds bought. One by one. We'll be here for 15 minutes. There's no need. The operator falls quiet. No one's pushing, no one's squeezing. They'll just keep walking forward silently. Seen an evacuation so orderly. Not even the famously disciplined First Army could do this. A good thing. That's a good thing, right? It's not normal, is it? It's as though they don't have survival instincts. Alright, maybe I'm overthinking it. Aren't you worried about your captain in the rear? Our captain is the most experienced of us by far. The operator stands on tiptoes, trying to see past the procession of indistinguishable from the pitch black ice, looking for the captain. All she sees is bright red in the distance. They really stop there. The enemy is shelling the ice. I couldn't reach the driver. Someone needs to tell her to stop the vehicle running to be ready to roll at a moment's notice. Do you read me? Roger. You should get in, Lois. I'll take care of things here. You go first and talk to the driver. For your captain, I'm staying here. There was a torch that distracted the army. It began with a single torch someone at the end of the procession raised. No one heard if he said anything. No one asked why he did it. He simply stopped Liz's torch and began to walk the opposite direction. Who lit the torch? It had no lights. It's Kian. Kian, the one who made flint for everyone. I saw him give some firewood to Daria. It's him. He's walking back. That's what the soldiers are. He's trying to get himself killed. He's doing the same thing Daria's doing. We're so close to safety. I have flint too, of firewood. What are you doing? They're shelling the ice. They won't let us go. If we don't do something, we'll all die. But I want to live. I want to go to Grifferberg. We should have died in the mines. Would have died in the mines like all the other infected nurses. But if we can help the folks in the front line survive, the only ones who came to our aid. People will remember what happened here long after we old timers are gone. One torch passes its flame to another. One miner forsakes his life, a second, a third, one by one. And the miners who have not yet boarded the vehicles raise their torches and walk in the opposite direction. Towards Kian, towards Daria, towards the trail of footsteps that led here, towards the impending threat. They can't bury us, not anymore. You're right, they can't bury us, not in the snow, mines, or lakes. We'll take the torch from our brothers and sisters, we'll light the way, make sure that all of us sees and knows that we once lived. The miners chose to stay, raise their torches high in the cold night. They form a bright belt of fire on the ice, one the gunners cannot miss. The Ursus will not bury this night the way they buried many others. Bright eyes gaze on the firelight. The guns continue to fire, and the ice cracks, sending more miners in the gaping crevasses. They shout and keep their torches high, only a slight trembling in their voices. Of course they're afraid, of course they're fearful, but they keep their torches raised, trading their lives with those behind them. The rolls on, personnel tries to stop them, but no one listens. They're still firing on me. Alocia's vehicles are full, and the next batch hasn't arrived yet. Amia, why are you doing this? We have to stop them. We can't stop this many in my current state, but there must be something we can do. Come on. I can feel it. I can feel their anger. It's so powerful. It's like it's burning them to ashes. No. I won't let them. This slaughter has to stop. Anger, the same anger, an emotion Ami has always fought to suppress, one she would never allow to run unchecked. The anger lights up in her eyes, ignites her heart, and flows the fingertips. Even if I don't take revenge, even if I never hold a grudge, I still have the right to rage on forever. The cerulean and black sword of wrath once again appears in her hand. Zhao. She's returned to her saber form. A clean swing, blue fire bursts from the tips of the sword. Highly concentrated energy drawing over the wall of fire on the ice is in the blink of an eye. A long, clear boundary. One side, the creaking ice and the shells repelled by the wall of fire. On the other, the little bunny and the torch-bearing infected. Her anger, Amia points her sword at the shore and the army that was hurt and slaughtered people like livestock. You go no further. Blue fire rages her sword tip, a warning to the murderers, be it guns, soldiers, or battleships, until the flames cease, until the score is settled. None shall pass. You shall not pass. Sir, high originium symbol, 12 o'clock, source unknown. Slow down and observe. Yes, sir. They cease fire? No, they just slowed down. You stopped some of their attacks. Ami, rendezvous ASAP. The other vehicles will arrive soon. Let's get out of here. No. I'm staying until everyone's out. Wait, something's coming. A vehicle towards high speed, but it's not one of ours. I think it's a truck. They drove onto the ice. Alert. Radiant finally got this thing to work. It's me, Doctor and Cassina. Rhodes Island, assemble! Amia, Doctor, Monster, how did you, Operator Crown Slayer? Didn't have time to chat along the way. I've still got a lot of questions myself, but get on first. We owe the Truckers Union one. I'll tell you about it later. Is everyone alright? We won't disappoint you. We'll catch up for now. For now, we have to get out of here. Operator Monster. Or Operator Crown Slayer, then Doctor, call in. After scanning the survivors on the ice, the lights of the outpost in the southwest shore are the opposite. The lights on the south shore of the lake point to the army on the opposite shore. White light faces off against red and the showing grows sparser. All units, this is dispatch. All units cease fire. We have an urgent request from Deity Grifferberg. Repeat, all units cease fire. Acknowledge. Yes, sir. Looks like it stopped for real this time. And everyone is here. Thank goodness. Yes, looks like we made it. Here's the ending. And we will sleep beneath the earth at last. Oath of the Mad. Veterans Home, Deity Grifferberg. Report. My report on the Far North incident. I submit my written report in 1 week. Thank you, Lieutenant, but I still have questions. But you mentioned getting in the mining district, investigating the miners, evacuating them under the gunfire. These are merely the process. An event must have cause, process, and result, like how crops grow from seed and yields result. I apologize for my poor presentation, Your High Excellency, but I mentioned both the cause of the event and then how we handled the aftermath. All scattered. You described details, but have you not seen the big picture? How can reader understand when the writer fails to perceive? Forgotten how to write a report in 5 years since you graduated from the military academy? Or do you want me to submit a fragmented, incomplete report to His Majesty? I can forgive your youthful errors, but Ursus cannot afford to wait. I apologize, I'll fill the gaps within written. We do not have time to address the consequences of your missions. The price of trial and error is too high. I need you to tell me right here and right now, what role do you think the Grand Duchess Elizabeth played, and what are the signs of her association with the armies? As for the infected we rescued, can they truly be of help to us? I'm not sure I have sufficient information to talk about this in a formal manner. Your experience the event firsthand. No one's more informed than you. Speak, child. I'll listen. I believe the Grand Duchess is going with the flow. She learned about the Royal Guard's death and the miners' escape before the events, before we even planned to the mining district. All she needs to do is let a little information out, and the Fourth Army would have an excuse to clean up and proceed towards the central governance under the pretext of quelling the rebellion. This way, she could cover up the death of the Royal Guard on her watch, and the army can deploy on the borders, as it does now. As for why the army's doing this, I believe you know that better than anyone. They mistake the Tsar's benevolence for weakness. They'll pay the price. I concur with most of your speculation, but the one thing you're missing is the Yortsevo. Disappeared. We can't confirm if it was real or not. I don't even feel the need to dig deeper. After all, we witnessed the burning of the last Yortsevo with our own eyes. You do not believe it was the Yortsevo that appeared in the far north? I simply believe you know more than I do. Troubling madman, the poisonous relic of an older era. I'll get to the bottom of this. Ursus does not need a Yortsevo anymore. Now let's get back to the topic at hand. Were the goals accomplished, Lieutenant? They failed to hush up news of ore vein exhaustion, which leads us to your other question. Can the infected rescue truly be of help to us? In fact, they've already helped. The relative torches under the ice awakened all the outposts around Lake Neva to Grifferberg's side. Every household Ursus heard the message. Ursus abandoned them. Who will be next? Everyone asked the same question. The newspapers, the intercity comms, late night radio, the miners in the mines, the workers in the city, the wealthy citizens, the poor vagabonds, the soldiers, the students, all of them ask. The Grand Duchess expected the miners to die in the far north, but they survived, testifying the exhaustion of the ore veins and exposing the inadequacy of the reforms. Slow, gradual improvement is not enough for the pressing needs of Ursus's development. We must act before even more people are fed to the hungry machine of the Empire. You said yourself that Ursus can no longer afford to wait. You're digressing, Lieutenant. You said Rhodes Island helped with the infected miners send the message. Yes. Right now, we should focus on... What do you think of Rhodes Island? We should be vigilant. They demonstrated military-level coordination during the tracking and evacuation. They possess a natural advantage in their understanding of the infected. There are plenty of reasons to be vigilant. Or perhaps their strength is something we can leverage. As far as I'm aware, the Rhodes Island has no permanent presence in Ursus. Perhaps we can invite them to set up a branch here in Grifferberg or a nearby city? Perhaps. The Grand Duchess might strike first. She does not want to be rash. One mentioned the name Calcit to the Rhode Island. Did you mention the name Calcit to the Rhode Islanders? Yes, they said Calcit previously served as a physician in Rhode Islands, but has died in an accident. Are you certain? I've sent a dispatch unit to the scene of the incident to be ascertained. From what we know so far, there's no reason to think otherwise. Let me grab a sip of my drink here. So, Calcit is dead. The name that Chairman White extracted from the Chernobog lab files is no longer of use. We're looking for Calcit, and why is that? The sarcophagus, of course. Ursus needs this energy. You know where it is? I don't know the specifics, unfortunately. But Wit gave you a name, Calcit, and he wanted you to find Calcit through us. Wit trusts you. Of course, otherwise he wouldn't have sent me alone. He sent me to the far north alone. Yes, he trusts me. It's the duty of a soldier to follow orders, and it's not my place to complain, even if I should die in the far north. But it shouldn't be this way. Miners and civilians were massacred, but the Grand Duchess gets out unscathed, and the army is able to deploy a stone's throw from Grifferburg with no consequences. This isn't how things should be. How can I go back like this? Lieutenant Gorchikov, if I told you there was a way to bring Calcit back to life, what would you do? Are you joking? How's that possible? Is the Calcit like the Fae of Legend able to? This Calcit like the Fae of Legend able to turn to life whenever she wants? Wait, the chairman did say the secret police once believed Director Calcit had died in an accident, but you just tell me like that? Do you think I would trust you in the same way in return? You're not even a scene. Someone of us used to be. Even if you really do know nothing, we won't forget you once stood with us here, helping to evacuate the infected. We appreciate what you did, and even if you don't need our thanks, am I right? Tell me, and I'll listen, once again as a child of Ursus. Ursus. Alright, I knew I couldn't resist the chance to awaken a straying Ursine's identity. What I know about the sarcophagus is very limited. Lieutenant? Sorry, I think I got distracted. It's alright, bad habits of the elderly. I can't stop myself when I start thinking about the motherland and our future with the youth. Perhaps you really do need rest. I've taken up too much of your time. No, Your Excellency, I was simply talking about what you said. Get some rest, Lieutenant. Unlike the far north, Grifferburg still sees daylight this time of year. Do not forget to finish your report once you're rested. As the mines begin to reopen gradually in northern tundra, the Third Army casts its gaze towards the central governorate. The Fourth Army continues its illegal presence on the border. All citizens are advised to respect the Cordian and refrain from traveling to the Lake Neva area. The First Army has begun to conscript students from universities without authorization from the State Council. Student protests across the country are being bloodily suppressed. The Second and Seventh Armies have been mobilized in response to Grifferburg's request. That's all you see in the papers these days. I got a cousin going to school in the central government. Haven't heard from her in a while. Did you hear? Didn't go to Grifferburg's Imperial University. She went to the mines to teach the miners how to read. So brave and selfless. I want to follow in her footsteps when I graduate. Hope I'll see her again. Don't listen to everything read in the papers. It's all bad news to make us anxious and demoralize us. The student council is holding a protest in Igor Memorial Park. We going? Of course. Me too. There's a lot of movement in the military. Student and worker strikes are taking place all over the country, but they're being suppressed even swiftly before. And Grifferburg police are arrested a student from literature department attempting to graffiti the ground hall. I heard the Profugate group is soliciting donations and trying to get him released. It's true, I checked with them. Every underground tabloid spreading news about him and the words he wrote on the walls of the council hall. Underground tabloids are printing far more quicker than the censors can keep up. Put that in the next letter to Sonia. They should be on their way back to Grifferburg, come to think of it. Right, anyway, there are curfews everywhere. There's no guarantee they'll make it back on schedule. I hope things go smoothly on their side. Getting in wasn't that hard. You voicing your piece. Just because I hacked the monitors doesn't mean you can let your guard down. They say the session's been suspended indefinitely, but they can also resume at any time. Corridor leading to the meeting hall is still being patrolled 4 times an hour. Not counting the time it takes to get out, you have 8 minutes to leave your mark. Break something and take a piece. You do something that doesn't make noise and actually means something about it. Why'd I have to dress like this anyway? It's not like my normal clothes are conspicuous. You're wearing a Grifferburg plumber's uniform. They don't have a seat on the council, but they have access to the council hall and they're responsible for maintenance of the building. There's no way for students like us, non-producers, to gain access to the council, much less gain real influence. Why am I explaining this to you? Who just for the players' benefit, I'm hanging up. You have 6 minutes. Botany out. Botany out. What should I do? 6 minutes. Stu in the plumber's uniform casts a gaze towards the council hall where the symbol of the Ursine divine glory shines bright in the wall. He thinks for a moment, squints, and pulls out some red spray paint. Brecken is not on duty today, but his colleague who lives next door to him sent his youngest son to his place and asked him to take his shift today because he had a fever and a splitting headache. Brecken, the kind of kind-hearted man he is, agreed. Scarcely he could imagine what he sees when he walks in the council hall. Ah! The golden symbol is covered in red paint. Beneath it are words written in the same red paint in the Ursine language. The victor displays the emblem of the vanquished for his vanity, but he will forever stand in the shadow of the vanquished if he cannot cast it away. Yakov Petrov, penned in prison in the autumn of 1076. This was a short chapter, but it certainly had a lot of things to explore. The good and bad sides of rebellion, abusing people who. Oh, and the H stages are back. Oh, I see. They were always unlocked. I just need to finish the chapter for that. Contain unexplored. Unlock. Events of the past. Oh, I see. So basically, if I do. Yeah, okay, yeah. Basically, I just need to do special conditions in order to unlock these. Incoming. Only unlocked a couple of these. Check out these while I'm here anyways. Might as well, right? I've got time. Ah. Alright. Barren farmlands on the Casimir's border. Oh, another sunny day. I don't seem to remember any winters ever being so warm. How wonderful. As long as the wheat we're planting survive if it's the winter and we don't have a catastrophe, we'll be self-sufficient next year. Hold on. The good and ugly sides of rebellion, and how people lose them and turn into the monsters they fight. How much people can have practically worship of a particular person or ideal. And this is definitely one of those stories I'm gonna have to take some time to process before I can give a full opinion on it. But yeah, Arknights is very good as world building and exploring some pretty heavy stuff. The story's usually, as seeing the story can often be pretty depressing, and yet, as we saw, there was already the flames of change spreading. It feels a little too early to celebrate after all I've been through. Come on, have a little optimism, babushka. It's time. There was a time we thought we'd have nowhere to go, just as we'd die in the barrens, and now we have our own farm, house, hot porridge. Who's over there? It's Miss Tallulah 9. Miss Tallulah, did you come here to help pulling weeds? Tallulah, she's talking to you. Yes, that's right. Am I doing it wrong? I saw everyone doing it this way, and the weeds have grown pretty tall, so tall you can't see the wheat. No, you're doing it right. Pulling weeds will make sure the wheat has enough nutrients to survive the winter. You're such a quick learner. You've already pulled so many, and you haven't hurt a single wheat bud. Looks like you don't need my help anymore. Toswell, how's luck? By the way, the new medicine he's been taking is very effective thanks to you. He used to writhe in pain until he fell out of bed at night, but no more. Be sure to take care of yourself too. I know, honestly, this is always much better than I was expecting, getting to keep him by my side. Thank you, both of you, and bless the reunion movement. Two years and you still feel uneasy when people show you their gratitude. I thought you'd have gotten used to it longer. She would be thanking. Sure enough, they're united under Reunion's banner, but we should actually be thanking them ourselves. Not everyone has the courage and ability to rebuild their lives from the rubble. I hope they'll realize that. And you might want to realize how obvious it is when your mind is drifting away. Just wondering, when's Watcher going to come back again? Tell me you're worried about her. Every time she's here, back new. Catastrophe messengers avoid this disputed area. Normal ones won't so much as pass through. The information network we've spent 2 years building up is still far from comprehensive. I'm waiting for Huacha to bring something more real. What kind of news do you want to hear? Anything. I just want to know what's happening at Ursus right now. You don't believe what we saw in the West? What, you do? The upper class given a little handout of kindness. That was enough to quiet the anger for the most part, and enough to make those beset by injustice forget to think and resist. At the very least, we did not receive any requests for help from mining districts, whether from west or even further away. Perhaps they don't know of our existence, so they can't reach us. Besides, we have yet to build a truly stable stronghold here. But the people here haven't lost hope in us because of it. But they should, Nine. Lulu looks back in the direction the sun is hanging in the sky. She stares into its light until her eyes start to hurt. Even if our village is almost self-sufficient right now, an unforeseen catastrophe could easily wipe everything out in one fell swoop. The first couple of months saw it happen again and again, and it took much trial and error to make it here. These peaceful days won't last long. I believe that after our long journey, we'd have more companions to leave us than remain. I never would have thought our group would just grow larger. And it's not because we ran into more oppressed people, it's because those who chose us haven't lost faith in us, even if they ought to have. All we've done is show them a bit of kindness, and most of them chose to give unconditional trust in return. Even after they've felt the pain of survival time and again, their barren lands still yield these emotions more precious than gold. I can't, after all that, I can't imagine. This is why I started to think, if that's just how everything's supposed to what if that's just how it's all supposed to unfold? This is the truth the humblest people believe. They fall down and get back up, they fail and start over. What's your point? We will fail again, Nine, but I think we don't have to fear this anymore. Well, you're wrong. I've never been afraid of it. Oh, but those of us who have walked with us have felt that fear. After all, not everyone has such a grand outlook as you. Many of them just hope to see the next sunrise. 9. The new suppressant pipeline's finished. Should we put use to it right away? Valia. If I were to tell you abandoning this place and tell you we're abandoning this place and heading to Deity Griffithburg, what would you do? Ha, of course I'm going with you. Why? And what about the others? Well, them too. We knew all along Reunion wasn't going to stop here. But I don't think all of us should go. Everyone's been doing different things here for a while. Those of us who can fight can go with you, while the rest can stay here. 9. It's just as you said. Perhaps we're ready to know. Perhaps we're ready now. We're ready to face the hideous truth hiding behind what's bright and colorful. After they've taken long root and proliferated, they can't all be pulled at once. In such a case, we can only keep pulling away, a second, a third, as long as we live, until someone finally succeeds. Yeah, the pulling weeds is a metaphor at this point. Now that we know who we must bring together, it may become time to break these shackles. We do so without hesitation, uniting all those who can unite, breaking all the chains that should never have chained us. We need only a single opportunity. 8. Tallulah. 9. It's urgent. What is it, Red? You look so nervous. I ran into a group of refugees near the village. It said they're miners who escaped from the far north. They're here because they were tell of Reunion. I checked them over. They're unarmed and they're all infected. I had them wait at the sentry post. We need you to decide what to do. Far north, we haven't heard much from there. What do you mean they escaped? Yeah, not much intel ever leaks out from out there. As for what happened, maybe it's better to hear from them. Thanks. Thanks for taking us in, kind lady. Mister, are you the Reunion movement we heard about? I never would have thought that Rankin told us was true, my goodness. Slow down, slow down. We are Reunion, and we will do what we can to help our suffering comrades. Could you please tell us what you've been through? There was a massacre in the far north. They did make in the end. Yeah, basically there's been a Reunion storyline that's been running concurrent to the main one for quite some time now. Events of the past. And this is the last one I unlocked. So we'll go ahead and do that. The guns have stopped. Can we go now? Not upwards, but down before the bombs reach us. Get up, Yuri, like the rest of you. We need to find Rankin, the place he was talking about. You know the bravest ones of all of us have left with Rankin to take the outpost. The bombing stopped and we don't know what's going on up there. The only way to find them is up. Either we save them, as Rankin said, remember them. Crawl, pull yourselves to your pickaxes if you can't walk. Oh, but Rankin gave us this mining lap. You remember what he said? He didn't say anything. That's right, he didn't say anything. This is no different from the supplies they left behind. We can choose to leave it here as a reminder. Yes, leave the lamp with the mining cart. The one that we pushed all the way here. If anyone ever comes through, I remember that you can write, Yuri. We've got some blank pages in the back of the logbook. Might as well not waste it. Come here. I'll tell you what to write. If anyone comes, at least they'll know what happened here. North Tundra, Ursus. Sir, where are we going? I don't think factory's this way. Shut up and keep walking. I said walk. Stopped again. So nothing for processing plants to work with. Where will they take us if they don't need hands upstairs? Dragging the sickest ones out of their beds. Half the mine's here. I don't want to keep walking. I don't want to die. Go in the forest to the lake. That's where you'll meet your end. Don't even think about running away. Heavy military boots step on the snowy forest floor, moving forward, urging forward. Miners being escorted by far more than just a few men. Here, stop. Let's begin. Everyone on the ice. No, sir, please. Saber cuts her throat, spilling hot blood on the soldier arm. The glory of Ursus. Proceed. Next, fill the gap, hurry. We have to be treated like this. Shut up. Where all the stars promises a lie, our lives worth less than that of bird and beast. As the soldier's about to raise his hand again, the rumbling of the ground becomes perceptible. This starts with a tiny crack, surface from deep below, before snowballing quickly. The ground trembles, and the center of the lake collapses. The result of geological changes accumulate over time, swallows the infected on the ice. There would be executioners, and there would be execution. Run! Miner shakes off the stunned soldier and runs the direction they came from. Catastrophe. It's a catastrophe! Soldier, miner, killer, victim, the vast lake. Angara accepts all and delivers all. Beneath the ice, the ancient nomadic city rises as the terrain changes, emerging through the sheet the light of day. The old-style buildings and writhing faces of the dead look the same as they did when the city sank. The reconstruction. Yeah, there's definitely being a lot of setup here. Northern Tundra, catastrophe, lake. All those words crammed into this tiny space. I only recognize 3. I'll learn them in time. These lessons here are too basic for me. I'm planning to take over and work at the mines, which has been left untended for a while. Maybe learn a craft other than shoe repair. Once the curfew's lifted, I want to go to Deity Grifferberg. I don't want to go to Grifferberg. I just want to learn to read. 3 words a day make 21 a week, 1 a month. Glad to see your eagerness. Need help? These words so confused me. Brushful. Ah, so that's where the deathless black snake went after. Talking about the nouns, correct? That's the lesson for this week. We're learning about nouns. Nouns, yeah. I think I'm learning to tell them apart, but I can't quite get their meanings. What's Shimok? A name, like the name Angara, Lake, or your name, Volva. That's the name of the nomadic city. The youth bids his classmate farewell and goes to the mines, ready to get to work. Mine tunnels, untended, gradually wear down, eventually collapse. He'll not allow that to happen as long as he's here. The young man rises his mining lamp up and begins his rounds, examining the rail until he finds a mining cart at one of the forks that does not belong in this place. This is mining lamp? A letter. This was once the place of a struggle. Damn, people who proposed connecting the mine districts were here. They wanted to occupy a garrison outpost. I knew the story was true. Whoever's lamp this was is in good condition. Maybe a little dusty, but still works. Maybe I should take it to Grifferberg. Show everyone the lamp without a name and the people without names. So what they left behind was still found and impact later. I'm not too interested in the H stages if we're honest, so I'm gonna go ahead and call the stream here. Ooh. Neat. Not bad, maths. Yeah, here we are. Lots of heavy stuff. Ooh, the metal set's almost done. The one I'm missing. Complete all extreme mode stages with 3 stars. Oh yeah, that's the that's the H stages. Stage with a 3-star. Strategist. Clear all non-stream. Mode averse combat stages with 3-star ratings. Clear on any countless cries. points of strategic simulation. Interesting. Well, those don't go away, so I can get them anytime. But for now, I think that's going to be a good time to call it. That is the end of Chapter 16 for Arknights. It's not nearly as big as the last one, but then again, it's hard to compete with the enemy attacking your base and the big reveals that it had as story as well. The story as well. But this was still pretty heavy stuff. Fits in well with the overall world at large. Lots gonna be going on, that's for sure. But yeah, that's gonna be all for tonight. Until next time, thank you for watching. Hope you had a good time. I'll see you later.